Foxborough. Thanks for tuning in, P1s. Halftime HSOs. I'm Sean Bass. He's Bob Sturm. We're really handsome. Thanks for watching us. A lot to unpack in a strange first half that it feels like Dallas is out playing New England, but because of penalties and red zone lack of execution, that's why Dallas trails.
Yeah, that's really what it is, and that's been, if you want to say what's been the issue for this offense, if there has been an issue the last couple of years, and during the Kellen Moore tenure, it's red zone offense. Everything else is great. You march right up and down the field. It's all good, but that's what this game is. You got to get 7 when you go in there. They've been in there 4 times, and in those 4 trips, they have 10 points, and that's clearly not great at all. A couple giveaways to boot, and, they haven't punted all day, but they've pretty much ended every possession differently. They've had 5 possessions. Turnover on downs, touchdown, interception, field goal, and fumble. So they're touching them all.
Yeah, and the fact they couldn't cash in after a blocked punt was huge.
That's a bummer.
Dak threw a tipped interception in the end zone. Then he fumbled heading into the goal line, trying to put the ball over the goal line after it looked like he got in on third down.
Yeah.
And I guess they just didn't have the proper view of the football as he looked like his whole upper half of his body was under the pile when everything got sorted out. But
it's like the Eagles game, right? Same thing with the quarterback sneak in the Eagles game where basically both of his knees are on the goal line, and you're trying to tell me that the ball didn't break the plane.
Right.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
No, but, look, Dallas has committed, 7 penalties for 76 yards, and a lot of those are hamstringing drives. A few have enabled Patriots scoring drives, so it just feels like they're beating themselves more so than New England beating Dallas.
Well, yeah, I suppose New England's definitely has a limited offense. I would say the play in the red zone, you would like to see a little more adventure. That's the thing is we talk about punching it in from the 1, and even on that 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 sequence on the first drive, they are really trying to pound it and trying to prove to New England they can get that tough yard. And New England is showing some resistance there. So that 4th down where Prescott is attempting to reach the ball over the line is the difference between the Cowboys leading or trailing right now. And, I kind of think that was probably the right call.
Honestly, I think going for it early on 4th and 1 was also the right call.
I'm talking about the right call by the officials.
Oh,
to call it a fumble on the 4th and goal.
Absolutely.
Okay, because I don't know if it was universally liked as that particular call by the public, especially if you're in a Cowboys jersey right now. But I just think overall, you reach the ball and you risk it, and once it got punched, now it's coming loose. It's before he breaks the plane, in my opinion. But yeah, I thought he got in on 3rd down, which is overly frustrating. The other scenarios that are quick talking points is Randy Gregory's sequence there. The holding followed by the very next play comes back and just ragdolls Mac Jones.
I wonder if that's going to affect Mac Jones the rest of the game, because he looked like he was contemplating life after he got back up from that hit. And then the next series, they didn't do anything offensively. I'm curious if that one hit is going to rattle Mac Jones for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, they're offensive possessions. I realize if you're watching, you probably were disheartened by those first 2 drives, but the first one started at the Cowboys 34. They march it right in. Then the second one goes the length of the field. Since then, the Cowboys, and maybe since that, since the Randy Gregory play kind of took over and it was kind of pivotal because that was on their 3rd drive. He gets the fumble, the sack fumble, then the block punt, and then the end of the half. So the defense has come on pretty well, have not really surrendered even a first down since the Randy Gregory sack. So that's a really good sign because this is a 60-minute game like we talked about in the pregame show. I thought there were 2 points that were really spot on. One, the defense of John Fossil as special teams coach. Sooner or later, people will realize he's actually good at his job.
Yeah.
And number 2, the fact that this is a road game in the NFL against a proud team in a proud situation, and it's going to take 60 minutes probably to emerge. And honestly, there's no guarantee you emerge. This game says it's a kick at the end, doesn't it?
And it's setting up that way right now. I do think if Dallas can just execute and finish drives, this could be a 2 or 3 score game potentially, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. I think it's funny that John Fossil gave what the Cowboys, what the aggression that Cowboys fans crave.
Yes.
There with that block punt, and Luke Gifford blocked it off of his face mask. That was I don't know if that was a busted assignment or a a call there by Fossil, but that either way, it sucks they did not cash in on that.
Yeah,
That's going to hurt if
I was going to say
it
should be what we call a pivotal play in the game, right? That's the type of thing that just totally flips the game, except it didn't because, the red zone offense again. You can't go 1 for 4 in the red zone. That's what it is. 1 for 4, unacceptable. I mean, you're moving up and down the field, and that's honestly where the execution, the play calling, the creativity, whatever you want to say, this is why I tell the good folks to hold the phone a little bit on our anointing of Kellen Moore is, honestly, these are the details. This is getting the most juice out of your squeeze. You've got to be efficient here, and I love the guy, but he was also the OC with Dak last time they came to Foxborough and could not execute at these moments. And a few other times at Philadelphia in 2019. This is what they got to get cleaned up. They come on the road. It's these small margins. It's these one play. Heck, Cedric Wilson caught a touchdown until Jones knocked it loose. So it's not by much, and I'm not even saying it's the OC's fault. I'm saying this offense has to cash in to be called an elite offense.
And I will give New England credit, even though the Cowboys are kind of moving the ball at will, because of penalties and facing first and long, and because New England's done a good job defensively, bottling up the run on first downs for the most part in this game. That's caused Dallas to go 1 for 6 on third down, which is something we talked about in the pregame show about how you want to try to create 3rd and short instead of 3rd and 7.
Yeah, New England's perfectly following the recipe for an upset, perfectly. So they'll say, let's keep doing more of that in the second half.
Well, I should let you know that we have Stars Hockey on the airwaves tonight. So after the finale of this one, you're going to have Jake and Donovan streaming the postgame show right here. So you want to get your devices out and watch that. We want to say thank you for tuning into us. So 14-10 at the break. Dallas feels like they're outplaying New England, but Belichick is being Belichick. Mac Jones, who knows how he reacts after that getting destroyed by Randy Gregory, but it feels like this could very well be a win. It's just a matter of finishing off drives and executing. So we'll say goodbye.